Yesterday, when I was teaching about small space use, I told you for you guys who don't have that big land that you can plant Napier grass at the boundary of your land. As you can see here, this is, let me stand here to show you. So this is the Napier I was talking about, and this is Super Napier, or you can also call it Pakchong. It is called Super Napier or Pakchong. I told you that nothing can hinder you from practicing any kind of livestock. You may want to practice dairy farming, goat farming, sheep farming, any kind of livestock farming. Simply because you don't have land where you can grow Napier, that is not a challenge at all. This kind of Napier you can see here, it was planted just at the boundary of this plot here. It is about 200 feet and down here is about 100. And as you can see, there is a lot of Napier grass. Can feed about 2 to 3 cows for a full month. And as I've told you that it takes only 2 to 3 months after planting for the Napier grass to establish and start growing vigorously. Then you can harvest at around 3 to 4 months. You can typically get the first harvest or the cutting. After planting, you have to take only 3 to 4 months to harvest this Napier grass. And after the first harvest, you will always take 6 to 8 weeks to harvest again. 6 weeks, this is just 1.5 months. 8 weeks, over 2 months. So after the first harvest, which took you 3 to 4 months to have the first harvest, then after that first harvest, you will always take 6 to 8 months to harvest again. So this is a short period of time. This is quite a short period of time. It means your animals will never lack something to eat or to feed on. So I just want to request you, my dear brothers and sisters, let's learn from our brothers from other countries. They have limited space, but nothing prevents them from practicing livestock farming. This is what we have to emulate. This is what we have to copy. Let's learn from them. They produce a lot of milk daily. So at the boundary of your plot, you plant any type of Napier grass, like this Napier you can see here. If you want the cuttings, these stems are mature enough to make the cuttings for you to plant. If you want the cuttings, you just contact me, and you can do this as a business. You can do this as business. Let me show you something here. This person here planted this Napier at the boundary of his land, but the neighbor, his land is just here dormant. The land here is just here dormant. They do nothing from this land. As you can see, nothing is being done on this land here. So if the owner could also plant Napier grass here, it would be of a greater advantage for this person, because as I told you, you can do this as a business. Someone is growing Napier at large scale, and after the Napier has matured, he decides to make silage. He feeds his animals, and the remainder he puts it on sale. Other farmers come and give him money. So why don't you do this as business? Now I'm turning to those guys with huge piece of land. Why can't you do this as business? Plant Napier in large quantity. After the Napier has matured, make silage and start selling it to those who don't have land where to grow Napier. Because you may find someone with a plot like 50 by 50, like this friend of mine, as you can see in the picture in this video I'm just showing you. This man here went to Kenya. When he came back, he decided to construct this kind of structure, but he doesn't have where to grow Napier grass, and he is more than willing to buy silage and other feeds. So for you, the person who has that big land, you do this as business. Now the stems are here. You can just contact me to get the cuttings, go and plant. After 4 months, make silage, or after 4 months, you call me. You advertise, you put it on market. Tell people that you have Napier. They will come and buy it. We have many farmers today. They have started practicing this kind of zero grazing farming. They have that kind of limited space. They don't have where to grow Napier, but they are more than willing to buy. So if you can do Napier grass growing as a project, as a business, it can also work for you. In Kenya, some of the farmers do only practice grass farming. They plant Napier grass, they plant other types of grass. They do it as business. This can also be a standing project for you. You say that for me, let me deal in fodder, in grass for animals. It can work for you. It is a good business. But for those with limited space, you can as well practice. Like this one, let me show it again to you. This is a small space. It is a small space. This Napier you can see here, they are just like 7 lines. 7 lines. It was planted at the boundary. Nothing can hinder you from doing the same. You can also do this. I want to see people practicing agriculture wherever they are. Don't say that I'm in town. Don't say that I have limited space. This is what I told you yesterday, that you can plant Napier grass at the boundary of your plot. It's what I'm showing you now. You can plant your Napier at the boundary of your plot. For those with big land, you can do it as business. Plant Napier grass in plenty. At the end of the day, of course, this is what I was telling you, that you can do exactly the same thing this person has done here. This person decided to practice this. He said that I want to do farming, but I have a limited space. So he decided to plant this Napier grass. This is called pakchong. He decided to plant it at the boundary of his plot. As you can see, it is just around 200 feet from the beginning there up to here. It's just 200 feet. Then from this corner here down there, you can't see it properly, it is around 100 feet. This person is saying that I will not remain behind. I also want to practice dairy farming. So he decided to plant his Napier here. You can do the same. You can do the same at your home. Don't say that I have a limited space. For those with 100 by 100, 200 by 200, that is a good space. But as I've told you, for those guys with big piece of land, like this part here I have just shown you, you can do Napier grass growing as business. You can grow Napier grass in plenty. After 4 to 5 months, you can sell it as cuttings. That is also another good business. People are looking for the cuttings. Like for this one here, it is on sale. For those guys there, if you know that you want to plant Napier grass, but you don't have the cuttings, just contact me. We get from here. This is pakchong, highly nutritious. It is very good. When it's fed to the cows, you will see milk. It is very, very, very nutritious. It is very good. That is one. You can plant on a small space of land, and you say that for me, I'm going to sell the cuttings. That is a business. For someone with that big piece of land, you can say that let me do it as a standing project. let me plant it in plenty. After they have matured, I make silage. You make silage. Yes, I was still telling you that for those with a big piece of land, you can plant this kind of Napier and do it as a business. This is also a good venture. You can invest money in such kind of business. You plant it in large quantities. You plant it in plenty. Then after that, you make silage. We get those people who don't have where to grow Napier. They give you money to make it for them silage. They give you money. It is also another good business. My name is Samuel Kaoya. This is called Be Your Own Boss channel.